Ready? Ready.
What's up, guys? It's Pickin' with HuddleGG, and welcome back to another episode of Ask Huddle. If you guys are new here, this is a series that we do each week. We answer your guys' questions. So if you guys have a question you'd like answered in a future video, wherever you're watching this, just please make sure you leave that question in the comment section below, and we will do our very best to get to it. If you also want to ask us in our Discord, it's completely free to join. Just go to HuddleGG/Discord. With that being said, let's dive into this week's episode. And this week, we're going to be talking about a question that we get every single year, and this year is no different, and it's how to stop corner routes. So we're going to show you multiple different ways here on how we can stop corner routes with different defensive concepts and different coverages that we can use. So let's get right into that. And the first one we're going to talk about is going to be a Mable concept utilizing zone drops. Okay, so what we're going to do is we are going to go to our coaching adjustments, and I like to run our flats on the deeper depth. Now, there's different ways that you can set up a Mable defense. We're going to put our flats at about 20. It can be 20 to 25, even sometimes 30, depending on how deep the corner route is. We're going to go 20 here, and then we want our curl flats on something like 5. Now, we're going to come out in a cover 2 defense, right? So Tampa 2, and you're going to see to the right side that cloud flat is already playing at that 20-yard depth, which is exactly what we want it to do. And then we're just going to put our slot defender there in the curl flat, playing that 5-yard depth. And then we're going to use this yellow here and help out to the inside. But obviously, if they are running this concept to the right where they're running a corner out, a lot of time they're going to couple it with a streak, and then also with something to the flat, which you can see here with the streak to the B and the running back out to the flat. This defense is going to take away all 3 of those routes. So if they go to say hike, you're going to see that there's not going to be anywhere for them to throw, because if they look to throw that, our cloud flat is going to be sitting in a perfect position to take that throw away there on the sideline. If we look at the replay here real quick, you're going to see exactly what this looks like. Again, the slot defender is on the 5 yards underneath, so he's going to be sitting here to take away the running back to the flat. Now, you can put this player at 0. I think 5 is plenty good, though, because if they do catch this behind the line, we can rally and make the tackle right around the line of scrimmage. Where if we play him at 0, it's just making it a little bit harder on anything that would be going a short outside area right here. Obviously, we'd be taking him out of the picture. So I think 5 is a safe depth here. But you can see the 20-yard cloud flat is just sitting in perfect position here for this corner out to the sideline, and he's going to be there to make a play on that ball. And then we have the deep safety over the top for the streak route as well. Now, again, one more time, it's really, really simple. We want to make sure that we put our flats on 20 and our curl flats on 5 in our coaching adjustments. And then we're just going to make sure that we have a cloud flat and a curl flat to the side of the field that we want to stop that corner route from going. Now, if you want, you could set this up to both sides as well, right? If you wanted to run Mable to both sides of the field, you could definitely do that. As you can see here, left side, we have the curl flat and the cloud flat as well. A lot of times, though, people are really looking to run those corner routes to the same side of the field based off of their given formation. So we're just going to try to defend that side, and then maybe just run more of a base cover 2 to that backside or something like that. But what you're going to see, again, if they set up this flood concept with this corner route, once again, our corner there in the cloud flat at 20-yard depth is going to be in a perfect position. Now, obviously, there we did get the sack, but if we look at the replay here real quick, you're going to see that flat is going to be taken away with our 5-yard curl, and then the corner route is going to be taken away with this cloud flat sitting here waiting. Again, you can adjust these cloud flats to different depths if the corner is getting over top or underneath it. Obviously, different corners in this game are different when they break and how deep they break and the angle they break at. So again, if the corner route is still getting over top or underneath your 20-yard, you can always change that to 25 or 30. Or if it's getting under, you can always move it down to 15 as well. But again, this is a really, really simple way for us to stop corner routes. And you could do this regardless of what type of formation they're running the corner route out of. The next way we're going to talk about stopping corner routes is going to be very similar to a Mable coverage. It's just going to be utilizing our custom zone stems rather than utilizing the coaching adjustments. Some people don't like to use coaching adjustments because it's going to change their entire defense if they want to do a different defensive call. I'm that way. I don't use zone drops really much at all. I'm going to use the custom zone feature with my defense here. And what we want to do is I still want to come out in a cover 2 defense, but you see the cloud flat to the right is playing a traditional cloud flat depth. If we select him by pushing Y, and then we select that corner, so B, and then hold left bumper, you're going to see if I push up on the D-pad twice, he's now going to play about that 20-yard depth, which is exactly where he was playing when we were utilizing our zone drops. And then we can just drop our slot corner in a hard flat, and we're going to get a very similar coverage there to the right side of the screen without having to go into our coaching adjustments pre-snap. So if they look to run this play again, very similar flood concept to the right side of the screen here, you're going to see that we have our cloud flat in perfect position as well as our hard flat underneath. So if we look at the replay here real quick, you're going to see, again, very, very similar concept. It's just we go about getting to it a little bit different. You can see the hard flat's going to play a little bit more aggressive than a 5-yard curl. He's going to be playing at about that 3-yard depth, as you can see, and he's in perfect position to take away this flat. And then our cloud flat here is in perfect position to take away this corner out here to number 85. And the great thing about using custom stems is you can set that corner to whatever you want, right? So we talked about in the first section when we're setting up Mable coverage, sometimes you'll need it at 20, sometimes you'll need it at 15, sometimes 25, sometimes 30, just depending on the depth of the corner route. Here you can see we could put our cloud flat very, very deep down the field. Obviously, you don't want to do it this deep if you're looking to stop a corner, but you have a lot of freedom to put this wherever you want on the field when it comes to custom stemming that cloud flat. And again, just make sure you put a hard flat underneath, and this simple concept with a deeper cloud flat and your hard flat underneath is, as you can see, a great coverage that we can run to stop these corner routes to the sideline. Let's run it one more time where we don't get sacked here with our quarterback. So again, if they are running this, I'm just going to block the tight end to give us a little bit extra time. Again, with this custom stem feature, you can see that we're able to put that corner in perfect position to be there to make a play on the ball. Obviously, you want to click onto that and make the interception yourself, but worst case scenario, you get the swat. And again, just another really easy way that we can set up our defense to stop these corner routes to the sidelines. Here we're going to talk about how we can utilize match coverage to defend corner routes, specifically from bunch style formations on offense. And we're going to come out in cover 4 palms for this. You can do this out of cover 6 as well, even cover 4 quarters. But we're going to make sure that we have auto flip on. And when we come out in cover 4 palms, what you're going to see is to the bunch side, they're going to play what's called a box check. Okay, so what you're going to see is this outside or this slot corner here, the quarter flat, is going to take the first route to the outside. The outside corner here is going to take the second or the deeper route to the outside. The safety is going to take the second or the deeper route to the inside. And then the 3-rec is going to take the shallow or the first route to the inside. Okay, so they're just going to pass off these routes very well. And it doesn't really matter who's running the corner route. We're going to show you a couple of examples here. But if they would run something like this, where they're going A, quick to the flat, RB on the corner, and B on the streak, you're going to see exactly how this coverage plays on the defensive side of the ball. So when we say hike, you're going to see that they're going to pass this off really well. And then our corner is going to be in good position to make a play on that corner route. Now, I always recommend clicking onto the corner and making the play yourself, just to make sure that they can't swerve your AI defender or anything like that. But you're going to see this quarter flat is going to see who breaks to the outside first, and then he's going to take him. Then our outside corner is going to see who breaks to the outside second, or who's running the deeper route to the outside. In this situation, it's our middle receiver, right? We put the middle receiver on the corner route. So you're going to see that the outside corner is going to let 80 go down the field, and he's going to take this corner route here from 85, and the safety is going to play over the top on the streak route here. Okay, now the great thing about this is if they mix their route combo up, where now they put RB on the streak, and then they put B on the corner route, that's fine for our defense. We're still going to play a very solid coverage to take away the corner route to the B, because they're going to pass off these routes dependent on who's running where and who's running which route, right? So here, when we go to say hike, you're going to see that our slot corner is still going to take the first route to the outside, and then our outside corner is still going to take that second route or that deeper route to the outside, even though it's ran by a different person on this rep. So on the first rep, we ran the corner route to 85. On this rep here, you can see, again, first route to the outside, our slot corner is going to take him. The outside corner is not saying I'm covering 85 if he runs a corner. He says I'm covering whichever of these routes break to the outside deep down the field. You can see it's number 80 here. So our outside corner is going to take this and obviously be in a perfect position here to make a play on that ball and shut down that route. And we still have the safety playing over the top on the streak route there as well. Again, one more time, just to show you that this is very, very consistent. If they go to run these flood concepts, again, particularly from these bunch style formations, you're going to see, again, this is one of the easiest coverages you can run, because you don't need to do anything adjustment wise to make it work the way that it's working here. As you see, we're just going to call this specific defense, and it already has this box check defense built into the play. So you can see again, the slot corner is going to take the first out, and then our corner route here, our outside corner, is going to take this corner route from the receiver and be in perfect position. Like I said, I recommend always to click on and try to make that play yourself, but you can see we have our outside corner in a perfect position to take away, again, what can be the most frustrating route in Madden if you don't know how to defend it. Here we're going to talk about how we can stop corner routes from more spread out formations like spread 2x2 sets, because it is going to be something that we can utilize a new coverage in. It's going to be match coverage as well, but we're going to be running cover 3 match for this. So if we come out in cover 3 match, what you're going to see is this is going to do a great job to defend route combos like this, where they're going streak and then a corner route from the slot, because our seam flats in a cover 3 match are going to play outside leverage on the corner routes, and they're going to be in perfect position to take those away on their own. Again, we don't have to do anything other than really just calling cover 3 match, and what you're going to see is how well these corners play against these corner routes, right? So you're going to see there to the right side, we're going to be in a really good position to take that away. So if we look at the replay here real quick, you're going to see how he plays to the outside leverage of this tight end in this situation, and he is just right on top of this corner route. This is not a throw that they can make. And then to the left side of the screen, you're going to see, even though we have a really good route runner here in the slot, and he has a nice break on this corner route, our corner here, our slot corner who's in the seam flat, is still in perfect position to take this route away. And all you need to do is click onto this, and this is going to be an interception every time. And the reason why I like these coverages is we don't really have to do much in terms of the setup, right? We're just going to come out in these play calls. And once again, because of the match rules against these spread 2x2 sets, you're going to see that this cover 3 match defense is just a phenomenal thing to call, because if they look to throw this, again, our slot corner is going to be in perfect position. And you can see, obviously, we have the opportunity to pick that off and even get a possible interception return for a touchdown. And again, it's just the leverage that these guys play with against these corner routes, right? So if we look at the replay here real quick, again, you're going to see they automatically open up their hips to the inside, giving us this outside leverage on these routes. And if they break to the outside, this is not something they're ever going to be able to live with. If they are looking to attack this defense, they need to look more to the inside, which is where we have our help with our safety and our yellows as well. But again, these slot corners or these seam flats are going to play phenomenal leverage to the outside against these corner routes. And this can be deep out routes as well. It's not simply a corner. Anything breaking to the outside, you're going to see that these guys are in perfect position. If we look to the right side here, you're going to see, again, once again, seam flat against a corner from the slot, just does a phenomenal job and takes that away. Again, if your opponent is running corner routes from these spread 2x2 sets, cover 3 match or cover 3 buzz match is a great defense to utilize to completely take these routes away. And if you're looking to get even better at Madden, make sure to join our free Discord by going to HuddleGG/Discord.